Around 4,500 years ago, one of the wonders of the world was built in Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza. It continues to amaze people even today. Standing 147 meters tall, it held the record for the tallest structure in the world for over 4,000 years. Made of heavy stones, it is said to weigh 6 million tons. For comparison, the Burj Khalifa, the tallest structure today, weighs just 500,000 tons. The question that puzzles everyone is, how was it built? Back then, people didn't have cranes, bulldozers, or modern technology. They didn't even have wheels. Yet, they built a monument that still stands today. How was this possible? Let's uncover the mystery of the pyramids in this video. It's estimated that the Great Pyramid of Giza was built in 2560 BC by Pharaoh Khufu. He was the second ruler of the 4th dynasty of Egypt's Old Kingdom. His reign is debated. The pyramid is located on the west bank of the River Nile. If you see photos or videos, you'll notice it's not the only pyramid there. There are 2 other pyramids at the same site. The tallest is the Pyramid of Giza, also called the Pyramid of Khufu. The second largest pyramid, built by Khufu's son Khafre, is the Pyramid of Khafre. The smallest of the 3 is the Pyramid of Menkaure, built by Khafre's son. These are not the only monuments from that era. There's also the Great Sphinx, several burial tombs, and smaller pyramids. In total, there are 118 pyramids of different shapes and sizes. The best preserved are the 3 pyramids at Giza, especially the Great Pyramid. Why were these pyramids built? Like many ancient monuments, they were built as tombs. Pharaohs were buried inside them. Ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife. They thought life continued after death, and the soul would travel to the underworld to be judged by the gods. Those who lived a good life would remain immortal in the afterlife. Pharaohs built elaborate tombs while they were alive. These tombs were filled with food, treasures, jewelry, furniture, and clothes for use in the afterlife. After a pharaoh died, their body was mummified and placed in a wooden or stone coffin. You might wonder how we know this is why the pyramids were built. There are 2 main reasons. First, we found writings on other pyramids and sarcophaguses that describe these customs. Second, most historical pyramids in Egypt and Sudan were used as tombs. However, in the Great Pyramid of Giza, no substantial evidence was found, leading to alternative theories. When archaeologists entered the Great Pyramid, they found 3 relics and an empty sarcophagus. The sarcophagus is believed to belong to Khufu, and the treasures that once surrounded it were likely looted. Some disagree and propose strange theories. Today, historians agree that the Great Pyramid of Giza was built as a tomb. Ancient Egyptians believed that the grander the tomb and the more treasures it contained, the better the afterlife for the pharaoh. Now, let's tackle the biggest question: how were these pyramids built? This is the most mysterious aspect. How did people build a 147-meter-tall structure using enormous stones weighing 2.5 to 80 tons each? And how did they carve and stack these stones so precisely without modern tools? There are many theories. Films often show slaves building the pyramids, but this is a misconception. The workers were highly skilled laborers, well-fed, and lived in nearby cities. They worked 10 hours a day, with about 20,000 to 30,000 people involved in the construction. They used 5.5 million tons of limestone, 8,000 tons of granite, and 500,000 tons of mortar, sourced mostly from nearby areas. Some materials came from southern Egypt, 800 km away. How did they cut and move these stones? Copper tools were used for softer rocks, while harder granite was broken with dolerite. They employed unique methods like inserting wooden wedges into rock cracks and soaking them in water to expand and break the rocks. To move the stones, they likely used rafts on the river and sleds over wet ground. A 2014 study suggests that wetting the sand reduces friction, making it easier to pull heavy items. This is supported by a painting found in the tomb of Djehuti-Hotep, showing workers pulling a statue on a sled with someone pouring water on the sand. For lifting the stones, some Egyptologists believe they used long ramps made of bricks and soil. These ramps had a 20-degree incline and were lengthened as the pyramid grew taller. Others think the ramps were built inside the structure. There's no consensus on this, so the exact method remains a mystery. The precision and techniques used in building the Great Pyramid of Giza raise many questions, adding to its enduring mystery.